Have you ever heard the expression that history was written from the back of the horse? I think that's pretty much true. I mean, you can even go back as far as Genghis Khan, and they say that the development of the stirrup was what helped him create the Mongol Empire. And they even say that without the stirrup and the horse, the feudal system would have never existed. But it's not even that. It's like amazing how many kind of horse related expressions have gotten into our language. Like, for example, calling someone long in the tooth. What do people mean by that? Well, if you look at the way a horse's teeth develop, when he's younger, his teeth are short and sort of upright. And as he gets older, they get longer and they sort of extend out a little bit. So, if someone calls someone, dare I say, like me, that I'm long in the tooth, what they're really trying to say is that I'm old. And speaking of teeth and aging, the reason we don't look a gift horse in the mouth is because we'd be able to tell how old they are at that point, and it would seem a bit rude to check on that kind of thing when someone's been kind enough to give you a horse. Even the word canter has an historical reference. I know the Western folks call it loping, but English is the only language that distinguishes between a slow gallop and a fast gallop, and that comes from the Canterbury Pilgrims making their way to Canterbury Cathedral. And so they called it the Canterbury Pace, and that was eventually shortened down to just canter. Posting trot comes apparently from the Pony Express. And so when they were delivering the mail and they had to trot sometimes, while they would call it in the UK rising trot, in the States in the 1860s it came to be referred to as the posting trot. If you've ever wondered why we do everything from the left-hand side of the horse, that's historical as well. Back in the Middle Ages, you'd be considered evil if you were left-handed. In fact, the Latin word for left-handed is sinister. And so, if you were using an instrument of war, like a sword or whatever, you would carry it in your right hand, which would likely mean you'd strap the sword onto your left side so that you could grab it reaching across your body with your right hand. And when you went to get on your horse, you'd want to make sure you didn't cut him with a sword, so you got on from the left. And of course, I'm always reminded of the expression, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, every time I see Sadie trying to climb into the water trough. I'm sure there's lots of other horse expressions. I'm just kind of drawing a blank tonight on that. So if you've got any more, go on over to our blog. It's at ismyhorsehappy.com. Scroll down and leave me a message and let me know if you can think of other kind of horse-related expressions that reflect the horse's role in our history. In the meantime, have a great week. Remember to thank your horse, and we'll see you next time.